We are still in Chitrakoot and we have come to another very historical and sacred site related to Lord Ram, Hanumanji and Sita Mata. Once again I'm being joined by Mayadin Nishad, who is going to tell us a bit more about the story behind this historic site. तो निशा जी आप बताइए शुरू से क्या है।
जब हनुमान जी महाराज लंका को जला के आए थे तो उनकी शरीर पे ज्वाला उठी थी, ज्वाला ठंडा करने के लिए।
हाँ, what he says the story behind is after Hanuman ji returned from the battle in Sri Lanka, his body was all heated up and he came over here and what happened then? बात किया
तो बाकी हनुमान जी ने महाराज जब आराम करने लगे तो भगवान नाम ने हर भक्तों को कुछ में कुछ दिया। तो हनुमान जी महाराज ने एक चीज़ महाराज जी का ऐसी जगह कोई बताया जाए कि मेरे शरीर को ठंडक पहुँचे।
Yes, upon on the way returning from Sri Lanka, Hanumanji rested over here and Lord Ram granted wishes to all of his devotees and he asked Hanumanji what his wish was, and because Hanumanji was so heated up after the battle, as you know, he torched Sri Lanka, so there would have been a lot of fire and heat. So let's see what Lord Ram granted him. भगवान ने इसको क्या
भगवान ने एक तीर मारा जो सरस्वती नाम की गंगा प्रकट हुई और उनके बाएं भुजा पे गिरता है। उस जल को वैज्ञानिक तक पी लेते हैं।
निशा जी बताते हैं कि ही इज टेलिंग अस दैट लॉर्ड राम took a bow and shot a bow on the Saraswati Ganga river, and the water came out and fell on his shoulder. बाएं shoulder क्या होता है?
बाएं sir.
It's and the water sprung and started to fall on the left shoulder of Hanumanji, was resting right over there. उसके बाद क्या हुआ?
इसके बाद माता सीता जी यहाँ पर खाना बनाया करती थी, सीता रसोई के नाम से जाने जाते हैं।
Obviously, along with Lord Ram was Sita Mata, and we're told that when for duration of their stay, Hanumanji, Lord Ram, and Sita ji and Lakshman, Sita ji used to cook right over there. She had a kitchen which is called Sita ji ki rasoi.
सीता रसोई, yes.
Sita rasoi. अच्छा, वो तो पुरानी बात हो गई। आज भी सुना जाता है जो हनुमान जी के जो वहाँ पर स्टैच्यू है उस पर
धारा निकलती है।
हाँ, बताइए।
आज भी जो है 24 आवर्स 24 घंटे हनुमान जी महाराज की पे बाएं भुजा पे जल गिरता है, ना आने को पता ना जाने को पता।
Yeah, we've been told that even today the water appears from unknown source and falls on the left shoulder of Hanumanji and और बताइए। So that is from where I suppose the name of this place comes from. It's called Hanuman Dhara, and Dhara means क्या बोलते धारा? That the water which continuously falls on the left shoulder of Hanumanji, that means Hanuman Dhara, and you can see we'll be showing you close up. I think it will take a long time. कितना steps है ऊपर जाने?
560 steps.
Yeah, to get right over to the top to where Hanumanji's statue is about more than 500 steps. It will take कितना देर लगेगा?
1 hour's time.
Yeah, it's been told that it will take about 1 hour to walk up there but we don't have that much time. And if you do come over here, if you're fit enough, maybe you'll be able to walk right up to there and see this amazing sight. For now, we will proceed to another place, and thank you. We are still in Chitrakoot, and now we are at a place called Ram Ghat. Whilst we cannot rank any of these sites we visited so far, but I believe this could be the largest and the most prestigious site dedicated to Lord Ram's visit over here, stay over here during Banwas. And we have a number of stories to tell you, and we'll tell them one by one. The main characters in these stories are Nishad Muni, Bharatji, Ramji, and Swami Tulsidas. And once again with me is Mayadin Nisad, who, as we know, is a descendant of Nishad Muni. So we're going to start off with the story of निसाद जी एंड भरत. तो आप बताइए थोड़ा स्टोरी कैसा है.
भरत जी महाराज भगवान को मनाने के लिए चित्रकूट आए.
अच्छा, the story goes that as you know, when Lord Ram was exiled, Bharat was not in Ayodhya when he came. Returned to Ayodhya, he learned that his brother was exiled and he was supposed to become the king. He refused to do that, and he came here. He got to know that Lord Ram was in Chitrakoot, so he came over here all the way from Ayodhya with his army and a lot of people with him. And when he came over here, he met with Nishad Muni. उसको मिले तो क्या हुआ?
मैं जब भरत जी चित्रकूट आए तो फर्स्ट में उनको ये नहीं पता था कि भगवान की कुटिया किस जगह. वो तो निषाद राज को ही पता था, तो निषाद राज लेके उनके पर्णकुटी में गए.
Yeah, when he came over here, obviously he didn't know where his brother Lakshman, Ram and Sita were, and he knew of Nishad Muni, and so he caught up with Nishad Muni, and Nishad Muni took him to Lord Ram, which is the Milap took place over there, but there's a place called Bharat Ghat. This is where I'm told by Mayadina that Nishad Muni brought him to the Bharat Ghat, where he left behind his army and his horses and carriages, and then he walked along over here to meet his brother Lord Ram over there at the Ram Ghat. तो आप आगे बताइए.
भरत जी बोले कि पिताजी का देहांत हो गया, आप अयोध्या वापस चलिए. तो भगवान राम बोले कि हमारे कुल में एक रीत है कि प्रभु कुल रीत सदा चली आई, प्राण जाए प्रोचन न जाए.
Yes, when he met his brother Bharatji met Ramji, he had to tell Lord Ram that his father had died in Ayodhya, and he requested Lord Ram to return to Ayodhya, but Lord Ram told his brother that reminded him of this saying, Raghu kul reet sada chale aaye, pran jaye par vachan na jaye. That means there's a tradition that he cannot return, because he has given his words to his father that he would spend 14 years in exile. उसके बाद क्या हुआ?
इसके बाद ने भगवान राम ने अपने चरण पादुका लेके भरत जी को दिया और भरत जी यहाँ से कहते हैं प्रभु कृपा पावड़ी दीनी सादर भरत शीश धर लीनी.
Okay, let me just explain. And after that, Lord Ram gave his sandals to Bharatji and told him to return to Ayodhya, and we'll let Nishad Bhai repeat the doha.
जी सर.
दोहा क्या था?
प्रभु भरत जी महाराज खड़ाहू को लेके अयोध्या वापस गए.
नहीं तो आपने क्या बोला था, क्या वो था?
प्रभु कृपा पावड़ी दीनी सादर भरत शीश धर लीनी. भरत जी ने जो है चरणों पादुका को लेके सिर में लेके अयोध्या को लिए गए.
Oh yeah, that the mantra he said, the doha he said is that Bharatji took that the sandal and he put it on his head and returned to Ayodhya. And the story goes that he, instead of being crowned as king of Ayodhya, he put the sandals on the throne for 14 years and became the de facto ruler until Lord Ram returned from Banwas and took over as the king of Ayodhya. After very disappointed younger brother of Lord Ram, Bharatji returns to Ayodhya from here, and Lord Ram had learnt of the death of his father Dasrath. He came to this place over here and sat down with Lakshman and Sita and contemplated on what to do. About the death of his father. अच्छा, आप आगे बताइए कि जब यहाँ बैठ गए तो क्या
यहाँ
हुआ?
बैठकर सोच विचार किया कि दशरथ जी महाराज का पिंडदान किस जगह किया जाता है. तो इस घाट का नाम राघव प्रयाग घाट.
Yeah, I'm told that this ghat, this banks, this river is called Raghav Prayag Ghat. This is where they talked about how to pay the last tribute to Raja Dashrath, and so we'll find out what the decision was. हाँ, तो उन्होंने क्या डिसाइड किया?
डिसाइड किया कि राघव प्रयाग घाट में इस नदी की रेती निकाल के पिंडदान और तर्पण किया.
अच्छा, ये तो बहुत ही डीप हिंदी में बात कर रहे हैं आप, थोड़ा हमको समझाइए फिर से.
ये इस घाट का नाम राघव प्रयाग घाट है. भगवान राम ने सोच विचार के यही सोचा कि मंदाकिनी की रेती निकाल के पिंडदान और तर्पण किया.
So what I come to understand is that the decision was that the last rites will be done right over here, and so उसके यहाँ पे जब हुआ पिंडदान, उसके बाद और कुछ हुआ?
नहीं, इसके बाद फिनिक्स हुआ.
और अब वहाँ पे प्रयाग में नहीं हुआ था?
प्रयाग में तो बाल का मुंडन होता है.
हाँ, तो yeah, the rites of Raja Dashrath was conducted over here, and rest of the other ceremony related to the rites like chopping the hair was done in Prayagraj, I'm told. And so that's the story post Dashrath's death, or after Bharat had returned from over here. And as we've learned, From here, Bhagwan Ram, Sita ji, and Lakshman proceeds to another location. And now we going to go back before Bharatji came over here. There is a very important story, in which the main cast are Swami Tulsi Das ji and Ram ji. तो आप बताइए इस क्या है स्टोरी.
ये राम घाट है जहाँ पर भगवान राम और सीता स्नान करने के बाद चंदन लगा के चले जाते थे और गोस्वामी तुलसीदास जी पहचान नहीं पा रहे थे.
This is the Ram Ghat, where Ramji and Sitaji and Lakshmanji used to have a bath. I can see it's Mandakini river. It still looks very pristine. And then there's a tradition that after taking a bath, you put on your head the paste of chandan. And the story goes, Ramji used to do that each morning, and that paste was made by Swami Tulsidas, and each time he did that, apparently Swami Tulsidas did not realize it was Lord Ram who was using his chandan paste to put on his temple. And I'll let Bhai repeat that dua.
चित्रकूट के घाट पे भई संतन की भीड़.
The first verse is on the banks of this Chitrakoot river, the sadhus were gathered.
भई संतन की भीड़ तुलसीदास चंदन घिसे तिलक करे रघुवीर.
And the second part of the dua is Tulsidas was making the paste of sandalwood, and it was Lord Ram who was using that paste to put on his forehead. उसके बाद क्या हुआ?
उसके बाद तभी तुलसीदास जी भगवान राम को पहचान पाए, तब उनके चरणों में प्रणाम किया.
So after that doha sung by Hanumanji in form of a parrot, Tulsidas ji realized that in fact the person who was using his sandalwood paste was Lord Ram, and then he touched his face, and then he got to know that it was Lord Ram actually. उसके बाद क्या हुआ?
इसके बाद भगवान राम चले गए कामतगिरी माउंटेन.
Kamatgiri. And that's the story, and it's an amazing story. And after that Lord Ram left over here and went to Kamatgiri mountains. Yes, we are relating the story of the exile of Lord Ram to the exile of the global Grimitias. Take this opportunity from Ram Ghat in Chitrakoot to talk about some of the similarities and differences between the two exiles. We have come to know that Lord Ram left with his brother and with his wife, and for a long time he was escorted by many of people of his kingdom, and he goes to Prayag where he meets his guru, and from there he comes over here where he was met by Nishad Muni, and later on Bharatji comes over here and to persuade him to go back to Ayodhya, which he does not, and he continues on his exile. The story of the exile of the Girmitas is similar, but in many ways starkly different from the exile or the beginning of the exile of Lord Rama. They were picked up, the Girmitas were picked up away from their homes. They did not say goodbye to their parents. They were collected, a few of them, 10, 15, or individually at small depots in the area, and they were then transported by train to Calcutta, where they were put in a depot, and they stayed there for many months before they were transported to the colonies. The research tells us that some of the relatives, when they got to know about their children being taken to Calcutta, they did go to Calcutta, just like Bharatji came over here, and they tried to take their children, their brothers, their sisters, their wives, their husbands back to their villages, but in majority of the cases they were not successful. So like Bharatji, they returned to their home disappointed. Most of the time there's people who did manage to travel many hundreds and thousands of kilometers to Calcutta from the interior, from UP, from Bihar, from Kerala, from Tamil Nadu, from Andhra Pradesh to Madras. They did not get to see their relatives. There were guards at the depots who would beat them away, and they would leave disappointed. And here they were looked after. Lord Ram, Lakshmanji and Sitaji were looked after by Nishad Muni and others, but in the depots of Calcutta and Madras, they were not looked after by anybody close to them. They were guarded by the guards of the East Indian Company. I don't know how they were fed, and they were forced to put their thumb prints on the agreements, which were they didn't know, which were written in English. So the conditions of their confinements during the first initial stages of exile were pretty different, and there were many similarities. The struggles later, after Lord Ram leaves Chitrakoot, and that of the Girmites after they leave Calcutta, there are many similarities, and as we proceed further down towards the south, we are going to talk more about the similarities and differences between the exile of the Girmites and the exile of Lord Rama.